Hey guys, my name is Kevin and today I'm showing you my Evil Twin deck profile after the release of the new cards in the OCG. So it's like, I think in October for us, so it is a bit of time until then, but I tested this deck out a little bit against some friends, and this is the deck I want to play after the set is released, because right now you can get this deck pretty cheap, and I don't think that the extra deck monster will be more than $30, and you really only need 2 if you really want to play this deck. You can play a 3, it's a bit more like grindy then, but 2 is fine. So for 140 in our currency euros, you can get pretty good deck right now. First I want to play the new Swordmaster type, so the Xiangxiang, is it called, something like that. But after the Ecclesia was announced, I thought that this deck will be really expensive, and a lot of players will play the deck, and I don't want to play the mirror matches as often, so I thought I want another deck. Then I wanted to wait until the Heat Soul comes out so I can play Code Talkers. I bought all the cards for $20 or something, so only Heat Soul is missing, and Access Code Talker. But I thought that Access Code Talker will be, or I think that it will be reprinted in the Megatins, so I will wait until then. Also, I will wait until the Megatins, and I hope that Triple Tactics Talents will get reprinted until then, so I can buy them. I don't want to play, spend like $50 for that card. 25 to 30 is fine for me, but $50 for one card in that region is not, it's too much for me. So I want to show you the deck, and I think we can get started. I tried the pure variant first, so I play 3 of the red one and 3 of the standard blue ones. These are your main combo starters. You want to draw one of them or a card that searches them in the first turn. And I mean, it's pretty simple. Normal summon, and you can special summon a second one from the deck. And because in Yugioh there was a new card released, it was Physical Frost. This card is really amazing in this deck because on one hand, if you have this one, you want to special this one because this one gives you a draw in the opponent's turn, and because I play the pure variant, I only play like a lot of hand traps you want to draw into, because my playstyle is I want to go into Link 4, pop one card, draw one card, draw one card of this, draw hand traps, stun the opponent, and then I try to OTK them in turn 3. If I can't do that, or I know that, for example, they play Drytron and they play really good and have a really good hand, often they end on 1 or 2 negates, then I can't OTK them through that, but then I just bait the negates, make like 5,000 damage, and on the exact same board, so they can't really play around that in turn 4 with 2 cards left. This one is just for the drawing effect, so you play 2 of it, and then you play 1 of the treat. This is just for the name. The effect comes up, it came up for me once, but it really didn't matter for me because I just run over the monster anyways. So just for the name, because you can search it, then special summon it. Yeah, that's all. Then I play 1 of the Evil Twin, the only Evil Twin in the main deck. This is just because of the Link 4 effect, so you can banish the Link 4 and get rid of 1 card. It baits negates. The opponent goes -1 often for that, so that's why I play it. And even if I draw it, I can use it from hand. And on one time I OTK'd with this card because it gets double attack and double defense if you have both Link monsters in grave. So I mean, this card isn't that bad. It wasn't necessary to play before the Link was released, but now I think 1 is fine because you basically never draw it. It's kind of a brick, but you can play it for the effect, and it comes up really, or it comes up, so you can use it even if you draw it. I'm doing the hand traps at the end, so do the rest beforehand. I play 3 secret passwords yeah, because I play the pure variant, I want to make it as much or as consistent as possible, because you have to draw into your engine, otherwise you will lose. If you draw it not turn 1, you often lose, because even if they have 1 negate and you draw 1 card, you can't really do anything. So, or you can't do anything. So 3 passwords, then 3 of the starting site. I don't know how it's called in English, but 3 of this one. It's also starter, but you're locked into Evil Twins. This is also good if you have your combo. You can use it at the end, and then you can. I play 1 trap. I will show you to you later. So you can get 1 interruption with this. This is the only reason I play the trap. Then 3 Troublesome. This card is amazing. It searches your it searches your engine basically. It has no downsides really, and you can it makes damage, and you get life points, which comes up in time, and which also comes up if you, for example, poke for 5/5 is the standard combo, so 3,300 with the link monster. Then you take out in one and with both link monsters. So then the damage comes up, because if you play against a combo deck, they special summon like 15 times per turn, which is 3k, which is enough. So really good card. And then 1 trap. I played the present because this one's the only interruption where I think it's necessary to play, because you use your link monsters with the link 4, so you don't need the card that special summons link monsters, and then you can link with it. So I think present is the only one which is necessary, so I play it. Comes up, for example, against Drytron. I took their Xyz monster with it. And then because the main starters are Cybers, we play 3 Silent Mining. Yeah, good card. The rest is kind of up to you. I mean, you really only need the engine, and you try to make it as consistent as possible. So I played the 1 Reborn, because in turn 3 I sometimes played against 2 or 3 negates, and this really helps to play through the negates, because 1 Reborn is your whole combo. And it does your combo even better. It's you can revive the link 4 and then take out into 2. You can use both effects directly, and then you can, if you have another monster in hand, you can go through the nightmares, then end on the exact same board, and you can out so many things. So Reborn is a really good card in this deck. 1 Called by the Grave, because hand traps stop you, and it's a good going first card in general. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, because by trip removal. Then I play 3 Triple Tactics Talents, because of the new 2 monsters which I released. So the new blue one, the new red one, the Sweets and the Frost. You have extenders in this deck, because you can search them. So drawing 2 is really good if they stop your turn and you only have the starter. It's kind of like Prankets, when they negate the first effect. It's kind of hard to play through. But so for that reason we have Triple Protecting Talents. You can also take their Dragoon and anything, so it's a really good card in this deck. Then the rest is just hand traps. You can play traps instead if you want to have a more heavily focused going first build. You can play like half. It's up to you. I thought that because you can draw 2 cards in the opponent's turn, drawing into hand traps is the only possible way to draw interruptions for the opponent's turn. And I want to draw into hand traps as much as possible. I draw into, like, I will show it to you. We play 3 Ash, 3 Ghost Bell, and 2 Nibiru for that instance, and then we play 3 Impermanence. I play Impermanence over Veiler because of Drytron and their orange light. Because we have a lot of Drytron running around in our area. So I draw into this card like I think every time I draw the second card. So I only drew once into Ash, 2 times into Ghost Bell, and then like 7 times into Impermanence from the effects. I don't know, maybe I'm just unlucky not drawing those, but you want to draw. Don't want to draw this card going second with the effects. Even then, I just I stalled, and then like I grinded them out by setting those impermanents I draw, and it's basically an effect negation, so it's also fine, but it doesn't stop their turn. So yeah. You want to leave their board as not as empty as possible, but with not many negates, so you can just break everything and draw so many cards with the nightmares. It's a really fun deck. You can try it out. But for the extra deck, I ordered everything, but it isn't here right until now, and I want to make this video as fast as possible. We play 3 of every Link 2 because those, you use those pretty often if you play against negation heavy decks or grindy decks. So even if you can like not recycle, kind of recycle them, because only if you can make this, you can recycle those from the graveyard, but they come up really often. That's why I play 3 of them, and only 2 Link 4s. I played 3 in the beginning because of Lithium. I started with his deck list, but then I saw that I only really need 2. This was the max number I go through. I only went once into the 3rd one, which was really good, but I think it doesn't come up really often, and you need the extra deck space. So the space is pretty tight. We play 1 Masquerina, 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn, standard package, because they the Link monsters locks you into Fiends. You can use those very often, so you need to play both. Also the 1 Abomination. It's a good card. You just run over something, pop something. You can just make the Link monster pop something, activate the effect, pop another card. It comes up so often. You can just break down their board so fast. A lot of people don't know that this deck can pop like everything. It has a problem with Dragoon. Really, Dragoon is a really big problem, and also this deck has a problem with the Dis deck. So the Dogma, Invoke, Chadal. The window is so hard to out in this deck, so and then I can't find my Transcode Talker, the package, because your monsters are cybers, your main deck monsters, but this I can't find it. I have 2 and I can't find it. I can't find them. But Access Code Talker, I never made this card. Really, I never used it. I broke down everything with a nomination with Unicorn and the Link monsters. So I don't know if I will play this package further on. I will let it in and play against more decks. I play this card because of Dragoon. I don't know if you need it. Maybe you can play like what is it called? Parallel Exceed Dragon, and then you can just make Beguska or something, or Dweller. But I want to try it out, and then I will see how this will go on. I will bring like a lot of deck lists of this deck, because I will test every week, and then I will have a look if every card I need is, or every card I play is needed, because I really like this deck. For side, it depends on your area. We have a lot of Drytron running around. This is why the 3 Drolls and the 1 Nibiru. This is for Salad, for the Adignister deck, because outing the monster is pretty hard too. Because we play the Green Mirror in main. 3 Dark Ruler also for Drytron basically, and for Dragon Link, monster heavy decks. Because you draw so many cards, you can like draw into this, like in the late game, and then you can just break the whole board apart, sit on like 2 negations or a pop and a negate in terms of impermanence or anything. They can't break through it, and then you just OTK from there on. Then we play 3 Lightning Storm, 2 Cosmics, and 3 Evenly just for back row. You swap your hand traps basically for those. You can play. I don't play Prankatops right now. I don't know what I want to cut for it. Maybe I cut the last Nibiru because it isn't as needed, or it isn't often needed, and maybe I cut 1 Lightning Storm and play in Prankatops. It's also a good card. It depends on your area. I'm just testing in my area, and I will play this deck when like live events will come back. Then I can just use my saved money for live events, because I don't like the remote duel as much. You can tell me what you think about this deck. Maybe you played this deck even longer than me. I haven't played this deck for a very long time, so I'm very thankful for some suggestions or anything